Hi, my name is DANISH and I am going to present about the introduction of our paper bag bread packaging. It is well known that bread is one of the main staple foods in the world and consumers prefer to eat it fresh. But unfortunately, the bread only stays fresh for a few hours after baking, and I know that this is one of the main issues for those dealing with packaged bakery products. As we often see nowadays, most bread packaging uses plastic and so does bread that uses plastic as packaging. It is well known that the use of plastic can be a major contributor to environmental pollution. Statistics also show that the sector that contributes the most to the use of plastic in Malaysia is the packaging sector, apart from the building and construction sector. So, this is the reason why plastic has a negative and critical impact on life and nature. Therefore, we are all clear that this needs to be overcome, and this is why I chose and made paper bags as bread wrappers with the aim of preserving the environment for the benefit of future generations. Because of that, our team has come up with a well-established alternative to plastic bags for wrapping bread with paper bags. Paper have environmentally friendly tag attached to it, which makes it the first choice for food industries. The development of sliced bread in 1928 made special packaging necessary in order to preserve bread's freshness. Before plastic wrappers were invented, moisture-proof wax wraps offer the greatest answer. Paper that has been treated with a material that resists fat or oil is known as wax paper. Wax paper packaging is not good for bread in the long term because it will affect the quality of the bread itself, such as the wax being absorbed by the bread and making it turn for green. For military use, plastic was created in the 19th century. From that point on, a revolutionary field began and numerous polymers were investigated and improved, eventually becoming very well liked in the food sector. After a preliminary safety assessment, a new idea was created more recently to allow packaging to interact with food. Therefore, active and intelligent packaging is created using functional materials that consciously interact with the bread to enhance or monitor its shelf life.
With our current issue, many pollution have been made from the plastic. Almost all plastic is derived from material like ethanol and propylene made from fossil fuel, mostly oil and gas. The process of extracting and transporting those fuel, then manufacturing plastic, create billions of tons of greenhouse gases. Plastic also have been introduced to our ocean each year that cause the water pollution at sea. In our ocean, which provide the largest natural carbon sink for greenhouse gases, plastic leave a deadly legacy. Our objective to this research are to create a fresher look of the packaging, to provide a fresher product, to make bread packaging more eco-friendly, to increase the certainty of the packaging, to make the packaging more fashionable, and to create a unique identity of the brand. Significance of redesign of bread wrapper packaging is in order to ensure that the bread quality meets the hygiene requirement. Packaging, in fact, can decisively influence the shelf life of food, in turn as the period of time during which the loss of microbiological and sensory quality. This research also focuses on how to make the packaging more eco-friendly to our environment. On top of that, the importance of the packaging redesign process and the potential benefit that can be derived from this for both the environment and the community. First, to help reduce material usage, food waste and environment impact by intensive usage of innovation and sustainable material. Second, to reduce the material packaging cost and has cost saving for most linked of the supply chain. Third, could contribute large to consumer awareness as consumer has become more aware of the impact of the product uses in their daily life. example, it can contribute to the reduce of environment pollution. And lastly, it can contribute to enrich customer experience.
My name is HAYATUN Shamila LATIF. I will present about questionnaire for report 1. For report 1, we need to do questionnaire to conduct the survey. For our research, we need to design bread wrapper with paper bag. We need to redesign it so it looks eco-friendly and make the packaging more fashionable. Therefore, this research can collect and analyze data needed for the user's perception to know what kind of design preference. For this questionnaire, we have decided to use quantitative research method to collect our data. This method is the best for every respondent who has different opinion, from strongly agree to strongly disagree. For this questionnaire, we started with the isolation part so that we can separately collect data for the system fact. For the first question, we put a questionnaire about user experience and opinion of using or buying paper wrapper bread packaging or products such as: do you eat bread in your daily life? How often you buy bread with a paper bag packaging? Next, we ask for their feedback and talk about use of paper bread wrappers for food packaging. For example, about question, are paper bread wrapper is more convenient and recyclable? Second, we ask, do you think will using a paper bag can keep the bread crusty? And lastly, we distributed the survey so that we can get at least 32 respondents for the survey. After analyze the survey, we came to conclusion that our respondents are prefer to use bread wrapper with paper bag as their packaging, because can provide a fresher product, can create a unique identity and look fancier. Thank you.
Hi and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So I will be presenting about our questionnaire for report 2. So in this study, we have used a mixed method approach in our research. We have invited our respondents via Google Form to participate in the survey and help us with choosing the most ideal design. To ensure the opinion of our respondents are relevant, the data needed in order to complete the research. The application of Google Form is used to separate relevant data and data that are crucial in our forming product. In order to help our respondents understand and feel invited to answer our survey, we have introduced ourselves as university students and the subject that we are forming the questionnaire for. We further state the objective of our survey is to help and assist us in our research, and their participation in our survey will be anonymous and their information will be confidential for educational purpose only. Also, we have provided examples of our redesigned bread wrapper as exhibits in this section of the questionnaire. We have also added additional explanation and example on how the new redesign function may be used to further ensure our respondents' knowledge of the redesign and adapted to new purpose. For the question, we made our respondents choose among the two designs we have given as options. Based on our previous survey, we have made sure to include the design that the majority of our respondents vote for. After they get to choose for their desired design, we have also included questions such as: do you think the new design is much more convenient and functional than the existing food packaging? As our quantitative question with only 3 straightforward answers. Other than that, for the quantitative question, we included: why do you choose the design? Do you have any suggestion, comments so that we can improve our product's redesign? And do you agree with the shape of the packaging? If not, please write down the shape that matches your preference. The latter is completely optional, but we have decided to include it regardless, just in case our respondent would give extra feedback. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Wan Muhammad Shazmin bin Wan Muhammad SHAFIEE. For our finalized design, The material for the wrapper itself is a paper wrapper from paper pulp. We decided to choose paper wrapper because it relates to our project team, which is eco-friendly, and the paper bag itself is more suitable for keeping baked products such as bread. Paper wrapper also is more stylish in aesthetic other than plastic wrapper. The idea that people do not have to worry about disposing of it because the paper wrapper can decompose easily, so the plastic pollution can be solved effectively. Other than that, we decide to cut out the hole at the top of the wrapper so it can be used as a handle for customer to easily pick up and carry them without touching or damaging the bread inside. We also designed the cutout of plastic film at the center of the wrapper for customer can see the bread inside. This finalized design can be categorized as travel-friendly design. Furthermore, the data that we collect from our first survey, we can see that the respondents prefer more new design for bread packaging other than usual ones. The reason is that people want a new type of packaging for a certain lifestyle. The lifestyle that can help the environment from pollution disaster. In conclusion, the paper wrapper was made from rolled out recycled paper pulp is one of great invention. The bread is one of the good example for this type of packaging. It good at keeping the moisture to the bread so the bread lasts longer, and this wrapper will decompose after we dispose of it. Thank you.